Hey y'all, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It's your favorite girl, Michaela Danae, and I am back with another video. Today I'm going to be talking about PCOS, and I am going to be doing my eyebrows as I speak. So I guess this is like a get ready with me, but I'm not really doing too much. I'm just doing my eyebrows because I'm not going anywhere special. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Oh, and I hope you guys are staying cool because it is hot. It is getting hot, and I have to prepare for this weather. I have no summer clothes. Like, I have to get nice abayas, thin abayas, color abayas. Like, if you guys know any good abaya websites, please put them in the comments down below because I need all of the vendors, whatever I can get, because right now I cannot afford to be hot. I feel like a lot of women have PCOS and it's not talked about enough. And it's not very, like, I feel like it's very common, but a lot of people aren't aware of what PCOS is, you know, what it does, the issues that you may have, whatever the case may be. A lot of people don't even know they have PCOS. So we're going to backtrack a little bit. I always had an irregular period. So being as though I had like an irregular period, I used to, I never like thought anything of it because I was young, and I think like my mom, I don't remember what she was saying at the time, but I remember I ended up going to the doctors because I'm like, something is not right. Why are my periods never on? And when they come on, they're on for like a long period of time. It just didn't make sense. So I finally went to the doctors, and they did not have no answers for me. They didn't have any answers for me. They wouldn't tell me what was wrong, what was happening. And yes, I use this little mirror. Trust me, the mirror does what the mirror has to do, okay? Mirror does what it has to do. But yeah, so I went to the doctors or whatever. They didn't have any answers for me. I'm like, okay, so what do I do? And they was saying like most people that are active, like swim, dance, and stuff like that, have irregular periods. So they made me believe like it was a common thing. Like, this is something that a lot of women go through. Fast forward a little bit. I was having an extremely horrible cycle. Like, horrible. Like, it was super bad. And I'm like, what is going on? It was heavy. It was like irregular. It was on for like at least a month. At least. Probably not even. I might be exaggerating. It was probably on for like 2 weeks. But it was heavy, and I was getting very faint and like extremely tired to the point where I couldn't even walk. And I had to go to the hospital because that's how bad it was. The hospital had to give me IV, and I was losing so much blood from my period that it was causing me to almost pass out. The doctors ended up doing like an ultrasound and stuff like that to try to figure out what was going on, and they found cysts on my ovaries. So when they found cysts on my ovaries, they basically introduced me to PCOS, and they gave me like a little pamphlet with what PCOS is and what to do about it if you have it. You know, basically telling me that there is nothing that you can do. There is no medicine that'll help you get rid of it. None of that. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, well, this is basically something I just gotta live with and deal with it, right? Now, if you guys don't know, PCOS is polycystic ovary syndrome. And there are a lot of different symptoms to PCOS. Mine was just irregular periods, super heavy, cysts, hairs that grow in like abnormal places, like such as a beard or like a mustache. Like I don't have like as you guys can see, I don't have no beard or mustache, but I do be having like little hairs, which is pretty normal for women to have little hairs that grow. So mine are not extremely odd, but there are a lot of women out there that grow like crazy, mustaches and crazy beards and stuff like that, and a lot of people are like, how or what the hell? I remember when I was younger, I used to have a cousin and she had a beard, and I used to be wondering, like, how does she got a beard? Like, what is that about? She's a girl. But most likely she had PCOS, because that's what happens. You also get like crazy mood swings, crazy depression, infertility, stuff like that. So that's basically what I was struggling with, or what I was going through, was those symptoms that I named. But a lot of people don't have all of those symptoms. When I went to the hospital, they told me I had the cyst. They told me that the cyst was mini cysts. So they were all like little tiny cysts all around my ovaries. It wasn't like extremely big cysts to where they could do surgery and remove it. It was, tiny ones, so they couldn't do surgery. I just had to let it bypass. And they suggest you to get checked out, I think like once a year or something like that, or every couple months, to make sure that the cysts are not getting big to turn into fibroids. So once I left the hospital, my mind was everywhere, because these people done told me I got PCOS, and also my period is super heavy. Like, I just don't understand what's happening. I go to the doctors to set up a doctor's appointment, because they try to tell you to do a follow-up appointment with your doctor. So I do a follow-up appointment with my doctor at the time, and my doctor is basically telling me, like, you will never have kids. Like, basically, like, you will not have kids, so don't even think about it. And at that moment, I think, was when I got like super sad and depressed, because I'm like, what do you mean I'm not going to have kids? Like, I love kids. If you know me, then you know I love kids, and my dream is to have kids and to have a family. And I don't want to just have one. Like, I want to have more than one, and inshallah, Allah will grant me with that blessing. But yes, so when my doctor told me that, it was like, what do you mean? And this was all in like 2018, 2019. I just started to lose faith, because I'm just like, there's no way that you're telling me that I won't have no kids. So now it's a few years later. I haven't had any kids. I'm young, I'm mid-20s, so I'm not really rushing to have kids. Like, kids are gonna come, inshallah. But PCOS can definitely cause you to lose faith. And sometimes these doctors, like, they don't really have a lot of knowledge on it. And I'm not just saying that, it's a proven fact. And I've went to a lot of doctors, and even like recently when I went to the doctors, the doctor that I go to, she has knowledge, but I guess at the time she had one of her students try to like come in and help me out. Like, sometimes doctors do that. When you're being seen by a doctor, they have a student come in and ask you if that's okay, if they evaluate or whatever. I don't know what they be trying to do, but one of her students came in and basically was like, I really don't have knowledge on PCOS, and I need to research. But I can tell you that birth control is one of the options that they do give. They always want to try to put you on birth control. That's the first thing that they say. Birth control, birth control, birth control. I don't want to be on birth control. I want to have kids. I don't want anything that is blocking that, or anything that is promoting, because that's what birth control does. It's blocking all of that. I don't want that. If I'm already struggling with infertility, why do I need birth control? Supposedly they say because birth control has estrogen. So PCOS is when your testosterone levels are higher than your estrogen. So you have too much testosterone. And that's what my issue is. I have too much testosterone. But I feel like there is other options than taking birth control. There is food that has estrogen. There are vitamins that has estrogen. There is all types of stuff out here other than birth control. My goal is to not take birth control. I was taking birth control at one point, not too long ago. I was taking birth control at one point, but I noticed that it was really affecting my mood and my mood swings, like really bad. Like I would have an attitude for absolutely no reason. I would be upset for absolutely no reason. It made my cramps way worse than they were before. Like, it was just causing too many issues. So I said, this is not it. Like, this is not for me. So I stopped taking birth control. So now I am on a journey to finding natural herbs to try to help my symptoms that I am going through. And inshallah, I find it. I know that a lot of people get discouraged when it comes to PCOS because we get told quite often that it is very hard to have kids, and that's really the main thing that always sticks out to me is it's very hard to have kids, because who wants to be told that they can't have kids? Nobody. And then a lot of people don't even realize that when they ask you why haven't you had a kid yet, or are you going to have a kid, you don't know what people are going through. You don't know what people are going through. Some people probably can't even have a kid, and you're asking somebody, when are they having a kid? What if they're struggling to have a kid, and you're continuously asking them, and it's triggering? Like, people don't even realize what that question can do to some people, and that's why I feel like, don't ask that. Like, just let people do what they're going to do on their time. If they want to have a kid, they're going to have a kid. If they can't have a kid, they can't have a kid. And you didn't ask the question, and now you don't even know what they're going through. So, I have a lot of family and a lot of people that ask me, are you going to have kids? When you going to have kids? Like, ma'am, sir. One, first of all, I'm in my mid-20s. I'm not rushing. Two, if I wanted to have a kid, it's not that easy. But you wouldn't know that. But my goal is to try to find different herbs for us women that go through PCOS. And I'm going to try some things and see what helps. And I'm going to take you guys on that journey with me, because why not? I know that I am not the only person in the world that goes through, this, or infertility. It's some people that don't have PCOS and have infertility. So I hope that I can make this a safe space for a lot of women that are going through PCOS and that might be feeling discouraged. Listen, you got this. We got this. We're going to get through it. We're going to figure out what we got to do. And I'm going to give y'all the real uncut and the real deal, the real spill, because I know how it feels, and I have to sometimes tell myself that I'm not alone. There are many people out here that are going through the same thing. So far, I'm going to show you guys what I have so far and what I'm going to start taking. Kelp. This is one of the products that I will be using. And I'm going to tell you guys right now what kelp helps with. It says it promotes healthy nails and blood vessels, digestion, and ease constipation. It may also reduce hair loss, help with diabetes, and weight management. So weight management is also an issue with PCOS. They say a lot of women with PCOS are overweight, which I don't think is true, but They say that that's one of the cases, and diabetes is also another case. They say we are easily able to get diabetes. So I'm gonna start taking this and see what it does, how it makes me feel, if it does anything to my period, you know, what happens. And I will keep you guys posted on that journey. I've done my eyebrows better on other occasions. I feel like I'm so, like, I cannot multitask for anything. It's ridiculous. But yeah, I'm gonna finish doing my face, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys enjoyed it, leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment. Let me know what you guys feel, how you guys feel about this video. If you are going through the same things that I'm going through, then drop that in the comments, because you are not alone. We are in this together, okay? Bye, guys.